Duke Thomas is a member of the Bat family and the Daylight Protector of Gotham City. Let's get into the video and find out who is the Signal. Duke Thomas first made his debut in Batman Zero Year during one of Gotham's most chaotic periods. Amid the devastation caused by the Riddler's takeover of the city, Bruce Wayne found himself wounded, vulnerable, and in need of shelter. It was during this moment that the Thomas family came across the battered and unconscious Bruce Wayne. Demonstrating remarkable compassion, they took him in and cared for him. When Bruce regained consciousness, he was met by the young Duke Thomas, who was no ordinary child. Duke's intelligence and bravery were evident as he helped bring Bruce up to speed on the state of the city. Despite the dire circumstances, Duke showcased his resourcefulness, providing insights about the Riddler's plans and the impact on Gotham's citizens. The encounter left a profound impression on Bruce. Here was a boy who, despite living in a city drowning in fear and despair, possessed an unshakable will to fight for what was right. It was a connection that would later shape Duke's destiny in ways neither of them could have foreseen. Tragedy would strike Duke after the events of Zero Year. The Joker, in his twisted obsession with the Batman, devised a horrifying plan to recreate the traumatic event that defined Bruce Wayne's life, the murder of his parents. The Thomas family, due to their association with Bruce Wayne, became the Joker's unwilling pawns in his sinister plot. The Joker exposed Duke's parents to a potent and insidious version of his signature toxin. This wasn't just random cruelty, it was a calculated attempt to mirror the chaos and the loss that Bruce experienced as a child. Batman intervened, managing to save Duke from the Joker's clutches, but he couldn't undo the damage inflicted on his parents. The toxin didn't kill Duke's parents outright, but left them in a state of irreversible psychological and physical damage, effectively robbing Duke of his family. Following the tragedy, Duke became a ward of the state and was entered into the foster care system. Though he moved from one family to another, often clashing with authority, Duke's resolve to find his parents never wavered. This challenging period strengthened his resilience and honed his independent spirit, qualities that would later define him as a hero. Duke's story took another pivotal turn when he crossed paths with the Robins, a group of teenage vigilantes inspired by Batman's iconic sidekick. He was recruited into the group by Alfred Pennyworth himself, who was working in disguise as a mysterious figure known only as the Nest. During his time with the Robins, Duke faced numerous challenges and proved himself to be an exceptional leader. He led the group through battles with dangerous foes. These experiences taught Duke valuable lessons in teamwork, strategy, and what it truly meant to be a hero. After one of the Robins accidentally caused the death of a police officer, legislation was passed outlawing all Robins. Duke organized a meeting to address the situation, urging accountability among the team. However, the meeting was interrupted by Damian Wayne, who was furious that the group was using his identity as Robin. What followed was a chaotic confrontation involving Damian, the Gotham Police, and other members of the Bat family. Despite the turmoil, Duke emerged as a true leader, bringing stability and focus to the group's efforts. Batman, after a brutal battle with the Joker, was left critically injured and was exposed to the regenerative properties of Dionysium, which healed his body but erased his memories. With no memories of his past, Bruce lived a peaceful life, completely unaware he was once Gotham's protector. However, when Mr. Bloom launched his attack on the city, Duke Thomas recognized that Gotham needed its true hero back. Duke guided Bruce through fragments of his forgotten past, slowly reawakening the instincts buried within him. His efforts were one of the contributing factors that pushed Bruce Wayne to rediscover his identity as Batman and reclaim his role as Gotham's guardian. Bruce Wayne's recognition of Duke's potential led to an offer, training under the Batman himself. This marked the beginning of Duke's transformation into the Signal. Under Bruce's rigorous mentorship, Duke honed his combat skills, tactical thinking, and detective work. But unlike other members of the Bat family who operated in Gotham's shadows, Duke was meant to stand in the light. When his training was complete, Batman presented Duke with his own base of operations. Along with an upgraded suit designed to enhance his metahuman abilities, Duke stepped into his role as Gotham's first Daylight Protector. But even after stepping into his role as the Signal, Duke found himself grappling with doubt. Had Bruce chosen him only because of his metahuman abilities, valuable because of what he could do rather than who he was? Gotham's shadows had their defenders, like Batman, Nightwing, and others. But Duke was different. He wasn't meant to be a creature of the night, yet instead of feeling empowered by his uniqueness, he feared that it was the only reason that Bruce had chosen him. But Bruce had never seen Duke as just a set of abilities. He saw a young man who had endured loss without losing himself. Duke was a leader, someone who inspired rather than followed, and that was why Bruce trusted him with something more than the mantle of Robin. Duke wasn't just a hero in Gotham, he was Gotham's beacon of hope in the daylight. His metahuman abilities were what made him unique, but his heart and his will and his belief in justice were what made him worthy of Batman's trust. With this realization, Duke let go of his doubts. Duke has photokinetic vision. Essentially, he can manipulate and perceive light in extraordinary ways. He can read light imprints left behind by individuals, allowing him to reconstruct events or track people through the remnants of their movements. Coupled with his martial arts training under Batman, the Signal is a formidable and versatile hero. With his unique skills, compelling backstory, and unbreakable will, do you think the Signal deserves more attention from DC Comics? Let us know your thoughts in the comments, and if you enjoyed this exploration of the Signal, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for more origin stories of your favorite heroes. Thanks for watching. Peace.